Non-Compete presents May Day celebration and celebrating a long life so far, and hopefully for many, many more years to come. Happy birthday, Luna!
Oh my God.
Greetings and salutations, comrades of the world, workers of the internet. I'm American Johnson.
I'm Luna.
And this is a birthday girl. Well, it's not your birthday yet. You just knocked your microphone. You ruined your own birthday. Party's ruined. I'm going home. You look real good.
Really?
In that C&T FAI side cap that you made yourself.
I was born in May Day, the 1st May. It's kind of special.
I just had a May Day. I should have been like a pilot. Mayday, Mayday. Our audio's blowing my ears up. No, you were born in May. What year were you born in, Luna? You want to talk about that?
1991, when USSR collapsed.
1991, the year the USSR collapsed. Luna is like the Harry Potter of communism. All the stars are aligned for her to lead the revolution, I believe. There's new things to come. We're going to do more streams. Luna's going to start doing drawing live streams.
I'm going to start doing drawing live stream maybe your Thursday night.
Yeah.
This
Thursday
is my
night.
Wednesday morning.
Thursday night in the US time. Luna's going to start doing streams where she's going to draw and sing and do ASMR and stuff. Like, it's just going to be the inspiration for it is that Luna like works next to me, and when she's drawing, she'll just like spontaneously start singing or like, you know, or whatever. And I'm just like, I think people would like love to watch this. What did we miss? What did we miss? I know you keep shocking me. What are you doing?
Electric shock?
Every time we touch each other, there's like electricity. That's how we knew it was meant to be. Yeah, Thursday night, I'm going to do a stream with Deadhead Animations. Deadhead Animations gives just stellar advice on talking to people, on like how to have conversations about this stuff. So go check out Deadhead Animations. The series is called Re-Education. So I believe I should just refer to it as Re-Education. Just don't touch me and you won't get shocked. I'm sorry, I've acquired superpowers apparently in the last 10 minutes. Leftist Tech Support asked about working within the system, and this brings us to the like idpol Professor Carrot section of my video. In my opinion, if a lot of people misunderstand something that you've said, it means you probably didn't say it clearly enough. I thought I made this clear, but a lot of people misinterpreted it. I'm not a class reductionist. Luna is not a class reductionist. We believe in intersectionality. I believe in building dual power structures and alternative power structures. Somebody in the comments was talking about the women's councils of Rojava, which I think is a great formula. I don't think it's pointless or useless to put minorities and vulnerable people in positions of power. And I said in the video, Professor Carrot said in the video, that it does have like utility. Okay, so just to be clear, working within the system does have utility. It has alleviative and palliative effects. Like if there are people who are like suffering and dying, yes, we need to work within the system to like help those people as much as we can. But Luna, we were talking about this yesterday, and Luna, you know, the way she puts it is it's like putting a Band-Aid on an openly bleeding wound. It does help. It's worth doing, especially if we can do it effectively. You buying a Patagonia jacket on your own, it doesn't help anybody. It's great if you like the jacket. It's great if it lines up with your values, but it's not going to liberate anybody. It's not going to help anybody. But if like a lot of you come together and boycott a company or have an awareness campaign together, that's something that's much more effective. I'll say something like toxic masculinity is a problem and we need to address it. And then right-wingers will say, all masculinity isn't bad. It's fine to be a man. Why do you want to shame me for being masculine? I'm a man, blah, blah, blah. And it's like they ignored that very crucial modifying adjective, toxic. I am not talking about all masculinity, like by definition. I'm talking about this very specific form of toxic masculinity. It's like, I'm not talking about all masculinity. But leftists, I think leftists do this too. Like when we talk about idpol, identity politics, if I'm saying liberal identity politics have these problems, it's not cool for you to say, American Johnson said identity politics are useless. American Johnson is a class reductionist piece of shit.
Key to the field, bad people are bad, not all people.
Right. I'm talking
Yes!
about, I thought it was clear. I was talking about liberal identity politics. The liberal version of identity politics is what I have issues with.
In Vietnamese, we have an expression like that. Like we call it the cutting the words.
Oh, like you're cutting the words out of aha. That's a great expression. I'm gonna start using that. Don't cut the words.
Don't cut my words. Can I have one question?
You can have as many questions as you want. I'm kind of tired of talking.
Liberals still the strongest political chance in America now?
No. Well, the conservatives are on top right now because of Trump and.
So what is conservative? What is their?
This is a crash course to
ideology?
American politics for Luna. Like conservatives are the Republicans, the Trumpers, and they've changed a lot since I was young. John McCain style, Mitt Romney style Republicans. They're like small government is what they say a lot. And so like they want to have a small government that gets out of the way and lets the American business white man, usually the American business person, forge a path ahead as an individual. That's kind of the idea. But they also at the same time are incredibly socially conservative. So like they don't want gay people to get married. This is like the original traditional version, and a lot of this is still true. Either the way it is now, or even better, go back in time. So make it like the 1950s, whenever, the men were men and the women were women, and we didn't have all this gay marriage, and everyone was Christian.
Bullshit!
I mean, there are still traditional conservative young people, and I was one when I was younger. I was more like libertarian, so I wasn't really into like the whole Christian social conservatism. Even when I was a right-winger, I was like for gay marriage. I was a shithead in many, many ways. So if you're raised like in a socially conservative environment, like I was in South Carolina, you're going to have those attitudes and beliefs.
I can kind of understand, like, people choose to be liberals or even fascists. But about conservative, really? When you try to ignore everything about the trans, the gay, the LGBTQ+, how could be? Right?
They see it as an attack on their culture and their tradition and their values. So like a lot of these people, for instance, not all of them, but a lot of these people are like Christian. And they believe that it's like a sin to be gay or whatever, right? That's what they believe.
It's not a sin.
Well, hold on. I'm just telling you what I'm telling you what a lot of my family members and stuff believe. Well, I can't believe that they're legalizing marijuana and gay marriage and our whole society is going to collapse. This is exactly what happened to Rome. They say crap like that. I got this specific YouTube comment yesterday, I think. Like, well, you can't dismantle hierarchies completely because even if you get rid of capitalism and you get rid of sexism, some other form of hierarchy will pop up. And some people will always have more power than others. Okay? And that's why anarchism is useless thought, like fantasy. I'm an anarcho-communist, and to me, the communist part is the material part. It's like very, very concrete. The workers should own the means of production. Anarchism for me is more of the ideal side of things, so like philosophy and stuff, and it has everything to do with examining things and analyzing things through the lens of hierarchies and power structures, looking for unjust hierarchies. If you have never heard this quote before, meditate on it. It's a very good quote. Rudolf Rocker said, "I am not an anarchist because anarchism is the end goal. I'm an anarchist because there is no end goal."
Yes.
And I'm just starting to really understand the importance of that quote because I wasn't an anarchist 20 years ago. I don't know, but I'm guessing and I'm pretty sure that 20 years ago, most anarchists probably weren't very concerned with trans rights because the trans rights movement was like a lot more closeted and a lot more hidden than it is now. You know what I'm saying? But now today, a lot of anarchists and a very important part of our movement are trans people. I'm just guessing that trans people deal with hierarchies.
They have a really high chance of facing the unjust.
Yeah, and they probably
hierarchy.
I'm guessing trans people probably start to wonder, like, why is society like this? Why can't I just be myself? Why do some people have this power over me? And I'm guessing that leads a lot of trans people to start to discover anarchist philosophy.
Here's the thing about communism too. Our purpose, the real communism, our purpose is to make everybody equal and happy.
And
just let people be happy. Like, why do we have to force them to follow what we want? Because it's not.
And see, that's I think this is really frustrating to Luna because Luna grew up in a communist society with communist parents, and like this was all just like taken for granted growing up. So like when Luna and I talk about like American politics especially, I think it's especially frustrating for Luna because she takes for granted that we should all be trying to create this more equal society. And that's just not the way that a lot of Americans.
And that is purpose. That's seeing people happy with their life.
I can only guess when it comes to trans people. I'm not trans myself. I'd love to hear your thoughts if you're trans and you have any insight on this. I've learned so much about the trans experience and the trans movement through anarchism, and I've learned so much about anarchism through the trans movement. Like trans people, in my experience, understand these power structures in like a really deep way, and they can articulate it so well because they've been like in it.
Even though I didn't know well about those knowledge, about politics knowledge, but inside my heart, I want people to be happy with their life.
Yeah.
So I mean that. Just let them do what they need, what they want, and then don't judge them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if
well, that's what I said in my libertarian video, which is that like my values have always been, even when I was like the shittiest shithead, I still, in my heart, have always wanted people to be free and equal and happy.
Yes, why do we have to judge them and then treat them bad because just they not like us?
Here's what I think you need to.
It doesn't make them happy.
Here's what I want you to try to understand about like America, especially. Okay. And I know the most about America. That's why I'm being so America-centric. But like, you have very wealthy, powerful people who benefit a lot from these systems, and they've been in power for centuries. And it's very much in their interest to make us all believe this fake story that capitalism can lead everybody to prosperity and wealth and happiness. They literally own the media. They literally own the movies and the books and everything that, like, all the stuff that we consume. So it all, like, it's brainwashing. So the biggest problem we have on the left is we have to deprogram people. Is there anything? We didn't do anything today. Like, we didn't do any puppets. We didn't do any meme wrecking. We just hung out, which is fine.
Because it's my birthday.
So let's sing Happy Birthday to Luna, and then we will do the outro music. Happy birthday to Luna. Happy birthday to you. Oh, by the way, happy birthday, Luna. Happy birthday to you. How old are you now?
So
How old are you now?
So old.
How old are you, Luna? How old are you now?
28.
28, that's old. How about in Vietnam? Do you do the Vietnam years? Like a different age?
Yeah, Vietnam years 1 year plus.
So you're 29. This is not your actual birthday present, but I got you a little something. This has actually I've been saving this up for a little while. Takes a little explanation. This is vintage from the 70s. I think it used to be my mom's, but I've had it forever. It might have been one of my aunts. I don't know. I've had it since I was a kid. It's now here's the thing. It's a mood ring. It's a mood ring. This is like an old 70s thing that people used to give their very close comrades. And but I don't know if it's fixed or not, but it kind of got messed up because I brought it from America, and I think the airplane pressure messed it up a little bit. So we might be able to fix it with a hairdryer. It's not like a super fancy ring. I wouldn't like shower in it, but it's cool because it's a vintage mood ring. I thought that's just like your pre-birthday present. I should have seen that coming. Is he proposing? Oh, Luna, we got this new thing. I have a new thing. Look. And it's playing. Here, listen. This is our outro music. Good? It's kind of like a sentimental wrap-up music. Mm-hmm. You like that? Is that good? This is what you can expect now that we have this new streaming station. You're gonna have all kinds of excitement like this. Like this. This is the kind of excitement you can expect moving forward.
You did a good job.
What do you want to do? You want to sing or do ASMR on the way out?
ASMR.
All right, here we go. Ready? Do it.
Thank you for watching, everybody. I'm so glad that you're here for my birthday. You know, I was born in 1st May, the May Day, the real May Day. And my mom told me that day it's kind of a big deal in Vietnam. And the whole country, even the doctors, kind of got a day off. But my mom had to go to the hospital to have me. Poor the doctors that had to have my mom. Well, so thank you. It's kind of the I think that is the warmest birthday I ever had in my life, because this is the kind of the big holiday in Vietnam, and then I had like my friends, they all kind of come back home at that day, and then I would just stay home with my family, and that's it. And my mom, my dad is not really kind of really pay attention on my birthday. They just buy some foods and I will cook it, and that's it. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye.
Oh, and go watch my May Day video that I did last year.
Oh.
We didn't even talk about May Day. So if you want to learn about May Day, go watch my video I did last year. Bye, everybody. Have fun.